So my client has asthma. It affects the client during high levels of aerobic training and is also seasonal, causing them to become short of breath, wheeze and cough. Therefore, I'll need to avoid things like high intensity interval training and also cardio-focused personal training sessions. Also training in cold conditions outside or when the client is unwell. For an alternative exercise for asthma sufferers, I would suggest that the client does aerobic exercises that are endurance-based as opposed to high-intensity training. Examples such as jogging on a treadmill, cycling at a higher resistance with lower RPMs are examples of those. So all cardio sessions would be shorter in duration and would include longer rest breaks. Also performing sessions indoors in the warmth as opposed to outside in the cold air could exacerbate their asthma. My client suffers from hypertension. It affects the client by making them fatigue quicker and gives them shortness of breath and chest pains. Therefore, I will need to avoid things that push the blood pressure higher, such as exercise with high weights and low reps that will spike the blood pressure quickly. For an alternative exercise for my client with hypertension, I would suggest that the client does strength exercises that focus on higher reps and lower weights, and also exercises that do not require them to get up and down off the ground quickly. Less cardio work and also far longer rest breaks between exercises for them to be able to catch their breath. My client suffers from arthritis. It affects the client by making their flexibility quite poor and causes pain through inflammation and swelling. Therefore, I will need to avoid exercises that are too high in resistance and also have like a large range of motion. For an alternative exercise for my client with arthritis, I would suggest that they do resistance exercises that are seated, supported or water-based, such as hydrotherapy, as this puts less strain on the joints and muscles, easing stiffness and promoting greater mobility and flexibility. They may also be unable to hold something like a dumbbell and may need to use something like a medicine ball or resistance bands. All right, so let's do some stretches. So a really important part of working out stretching at the end of your session. So the ones that I've chosen for today are your hamstrings, your quadriceps, and also a chest stretch. It's all muscles that we've worked really hard today in today's session. So to assist you in stretching, what I'll get you to do is I'll instruct you on each one, but when you're there and you start to feel a little bit of pain, a slight pain sensation in the muscle that we're targeting, I'm going to count a 30-second count to make sure that we've stretched for an appropriate time and you're getting to an appropriate depth of those stretches. So let's start with the hamstrings. So you can just find a height that's comfortable, but we'll start with the bench today. So I'll get you to place one foot up there, square those hips and shoulders off, and I want you to lean down with a flat back, chest lifted, until you start to feel a pinch in the back of your leg here, okay? And when you do, let me know and we'll start the time, all right? We'll do each side. So lean forward. You can reach those hands long already? Okay. Nice work. So as we go along through the 30 seconds, we can go a little bit deeper. You don't have to, don't push yourself. So do you feel a slight stretching in the back of the leg there? Yep. Excellent. Let's do the other side. This time I want you to square your hips off a bit more when you bring that leg forward. You just rotate it a little bit out. You really want to target the back of the leg there and then stretch forward, lifting that straight back. A little bit more squared off. That's it. That's better. Excellent. Already? Okay. Hamstrings can get really tight, so really important muscle to stretch in the back of the leg there. You feeling a little bit tighter behind the quad there on that side? Yeah. We're always tighter on one side of our body than the other, unfortunately. All right, 30 seconds, excellent. All right, so we'll do quadriceps stretch now. So this is obviously the front of our thighs here. So you want to find your balance, you want to lift one heel up to your bottom, your knees stay in line, and you want to slightly push those hips forward, and you're feeling a stretch just in there, okay? Bring those together if you can. You can use your other arm for balance if you need. You're starting to feel a stretch just here? Okay. Got much planned for the rest of the evening?
Glass of wine, perhaps.
Glass of wine, excellent. Sounds like a wonderful idea. Just try and keep those knees together a bit more. Awesome. Really stretching the front of those legs. Fantastic. Other side. Do a bit of a shake out. That's it. Find your balance. Stretch. Yep. You can do this for yourself when you're stretching on your own. Just look at your watch and make sure you're doing it for an appropriate time. Wonderful. Excellent. So finally, we'll do our chest stretch. So you want to take your arms around behind you, clasp your hands together, and you want to pull your hands down and away from your body just slightly. We want you to feel a stretch across your chest here, across your pectoral muscles, all right? Reach behind, clasp, and then pull to wherever's just a slight pain there. Okay. There's lots of push-ups today, so chest stretch, that's it. So as you deepen into the stretch, you can take those arms just a little bit higher, make sure the shoulders stay rolled back. That's it. Take a few deep breaths as well. All good. Shake your arms out. Nice on. All right, so awesome session tonight. You worked really hard. Got a lot of strengths there. So we'll focus on those and try and build up the ones that you maybe not so confident in. So how did you find the session tonight?
Yeah, it was good. It was
Yeah?
a nice variety of
Okay.
things. Yeah.
Cool. And was there anything that you would maybe not feel comfortable doing again, or you'd prefer to take out of the next session?
Maybe just a different warm-up, maybe.
Okay.
Like,
All right. Sure. Yeah.
Just,
Absolutely.
yeah, to get going.
Okay. No problem. I'll write that down. And anything that you'd like to pop in the program that we didn't get to do tonight that you've done previously?
Maybe some core
Core
strength.
work? Okay. Yeah. Absolutely.
Everything else is really good though.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
When would you like to come in again? I generally, prefer to have a week between PT sessions. This, allows you to do other things in the gym and also provides adequate rest. So does that kind of suit you? Same time next week?
Yeah,
similar
that's
time,
fine.
in terms of work and stuff?
Yeah.
So 6:30? Okay.
Yeah, that
Cool.
works well.
Excellent. Well, it was
Thank
lovely
you.
to meet you. Hope it was a good session
It was
for you.
great. Thank
I'll
you
see you
very
next
much.
time.
See ya.